Okay, I tried it once with your flare, and here's what I came up with when I did it. Just basically a little glow in the center. So I'm ditching that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my image of the sunflare from last night and see if I can make it work any better. So I'm basically going to drag it onto here, and now this my image is freaking huge because it's like straight out of camera. Um, so let's go ahead and make it smaller. Alright, so now there we go, and now let's drop the opacity on that some so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, and oh look, there we go. Now we're starting to see the sun flare there. Kind of like that. And let's accept those changes. And now, we raise the opacity back up. We have the sun flare and we have the hands. All I'm going to do is add a mask, and I'm going to click. I'm going to use my quick selection tool. We're going to zoom in some here, and I'm going to select as much of the, let's see if I can, okay, that's not working. Let's try it this way. Let's try a lasso tool. Since I know I have 14 blades, I just have to go around and find enough of them. Sort of like this. Alright, and now, see, there is some other stuff in the image, so I don't know how clean this is going to be, but we're going to see what happens. Alright, see, this is plenty long enough on all these. But basically, I'm just using the polyagonal lasso, and I'm just grabbing some of these flares. I wish I had known that I needed a sun flare image for today. You're supposed to tell me these things before I go shoot. Alright, so let's see. Go up there, we'll make that one a longer one, we'll make this one a longer one. This is just our rough line of what we're going to use. This isn't the actual sun flare. This is just going to help to set the mask. Alright, now why aren't you there? Alright, so now, actually what I want to do is I want to get rid of this mask. Delete that mask, and now I want to make a mask of just the selection. So there we go. So now we have a really beautiful mask there. Now we're all done, right? Looks perfect. Okay. So now what we're going to do is black doesn't show, white shows. So I'm going to go black with the brush. My opacity is way low, like 25%. I've got a really soft brush going on, so I'm just going to start painting in on it, and let's see, I have to up the opacity some. Okay, so basically I'm just painting away the edges here first, just getting rid of a lot of this. I need to up the opacity some more. There we go. See, now we're starting to get somewhere. Basically, I'm just gonna start by feathering this in. Because all we're doing is making it go away. We're just taking it back some, but I just needed a reference. I don't like those white lines. So there we go. So now and there's way too many lines here. Okay, so now we're starting to get somewhere. Now let's go and work on recentering it. And we're going to drop the opacity some like this. And I think it's too yellow, so I'm going to go Image, Adjustments, and I'm going to go to, where is it? Oh, I'm not on the right thing. There we go. Click the image instead of the mask. Image, and then go Saturation, and I'm going to reduce the saturation some of that because this is really super yellow and yours isn't. And then we're going to make it, let's see, okay, we're going to leave the lightness alone. Alright, so there we go. So now we're getting somewhere, but we're still not there yet. So we're going to go click on the mask, we're going to right click on it, we're going to go Refine Mask. Now this is what our mask actually is right now, but what we're going to do is we're going to feather it significantly. See, so now it's starting to see how it's starting to fade out, and you're actually starting to see some stuff, and just say OK. And so now we have some light sun flares. Let's go ahead and bump that opacity back up just a little bit. Nope, too much, because you can start to see the trees in their hands from my other image. See, right in there. So we don't want that. So, alright, and now on the mask, and with the black, with the brush, we're going to go and we're going to try and paint in to bring back more of their hands through here, like this, because we don't want the trees from my shot showing through. Let's up the opacity some until we start to see something going wrong. See how far we can go. Alright, well that's all the way up on the opacity. And now we've started to see a little bit of a flare. Oh, let's get rid of that. Remember, I'm still just painting on the mask is all I'm doing. But there, now we have a sun flare in the hands. And that's how it's done. Not hard to do. I hope it helps.